Hello, everybody. My name is Gavin, and I'm the producer of Off the Notepad. I am so happy to be back. It has been a hot minute since we released our last episode. We had some issues with not having access to our source files, and that has been cleared up. We are ready to get back into the game of things. I hope you all enjoy this episode, and I will see you all at the break.
Hello there, welcome to Off the Notepad. I'm Helika Campbell.
And I'm Victoria D'Angelo.
We are the greatest creative writing majors this side of reality.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of crazy how much we've expanded. Like, after really delving into those lizard negotiations, we moved on to sea anemones.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, we take up most of the ocean now.
Awesome, including like those creatures that science has not reached yet.
We're getting there. We're still... Okay. I have a friend down there who's
awesome,
working to promote for us. Yeah.
Like, that's just gonna be so good for my ego that when we get to those creatures before scientists.
Can I ask you a genuine question while we're on air?
Yeah.
Do you think we could ever be humbled?
Nah.
Me neither. What an intro that was. Should we talk about writing? Is that what we're here for?
I think so.
Amazing. I have a protagonist for you.
Awesome.
I'm gonna choose, okay. You know how I normally write these paragraph long protagonists where it's like the consequences, their successes?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna read this to you exactly how I have it written down.
Oh, perfect.
It's a ghost, ? I want a ghost protagonist. Punished or not, just a literal ghost.
Oh. Just a ghost.
Just a ghost.
Just a ghost. Okay.
It's spooky season after all.
It's not spooky season anywhere.
Someone out there will listen to this in October. Right?
This is our spooky special.
Woo! Be released in like February or something.
Oh,
so
God.
Bad.
Okay. Let's see. A ghost. That's a protagonist.
Yes.
Okay. So, how about... Oh, I didn't realize this was going to be a themed episode. So, it's one premise, but there's two directions that we can go with it. Here's my prompt for you.
Okay.
It is either a zombie apocalypse
Oh no.
or a dragon apocalypse.
Oh my god. Can we... Oh my god. Can we try Dragon Apocalypse real quick?
Yeah.
I say real quick as if it's not going to take the next 20 minutes. Okay. What does a Dragon Apocalypse look like? What does that mean?
Dragon apocalypse. So the easiest way to do it, which might be slightly disappointing, but we can talk about that, is there are tensions in the world and scientists are like, we need a weapon. And so they genetically engineer a lizard that can fly and breathe fire.
Oh, they make a dragon.
They make a dragon.
Oh.
And then the dragons escape.
Yeah.
I remember reading a book once where the apocalypse happened because they were creating dragons and they were, fine-tuning them. And then they added a specific DNA to one of the dragons, the white dragons, that came from, I think it was a wasp that had hallucinatory properties. And so it gave the dragon basically mind control.
Oh, mind control dragon. Oh my god, I love dragons.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to amend our protagonist real quick.
Okay.
I think it would be really cool if... I like the idea of the genetically engineered dragon apocalypse.
Okay.
I think the ghost, our protagonist, should be the ghost of a real dragon.
Oh.
So then we get this story about this ghost dragon who, I think it was the only dragon in all of existence, died thousands and thousands of years ago, was slain by a mighty hero, whatever.
Okay.
And Ghost Dragon has been roaming the world just trying to find whatever unfinished business it has. It's trying to do something, right?
It's trying to mate.
trying to mate, but it's a ghost and a dragon. So both options are bad. But this ghost dragon comes across the colony of genetically engineered dragons.
Yes.
And I like the idea of the narrative focusing on the difference between a genetically engineered dragon, or perhaps a robo-dragon. I feel like we should have those too.
Ooh.
And the ghost dragon.
Yeah. Can
Ghost
I
dragonology.
say in that book that I was talking about, they created steampunk dragons to fight the real dragons?
Robo-dragons versus fake dragons versus ghost dragon. Oh my god, that's so good. Our audience is like, this is too many dragons. Like, this is not working.
This is not enough dragons.
Yeah, you are so incredible. What would you know about writing? This is genius. So we have...
Your opinions are invalid. The two best writers in the world in this reality are speaking.
What would you know? We have a great pull with the lizards. I can't believe this is actually coming
The
to
lizards!
our benefit.
The lizards!
The lizards. This is a crack episode. Okay, so we have Ghost Dragon. I want more dragons. Can I just say that? I feel like we have... I almost want this Ghost Dragon to be like, whoa, there's other dragons now. That's weird. I don't know if it can communicate with the other dragons or if it just like tries to live among them, like pretending it's alive.
Oh, you want more dragons?
I want more dragons.
What if dragons started as house pets? And then tensions rose and scientists are like, no, let's make them weapons now.
Oh my god, domesticated dragons go burr. Okay. Okay, we have domesticated dragons. I think they're kind of ugly too, like pugs.
Oh.
They're ugly and people
And
like,
they gotta be smaller than the weapons, right?
way,
they're house
way
sized.
smaller. Yeah, they're like cat-sized. Like they're mid-sized, like dog size at the
I think
biggest.
dog range.
Yeah. No, it makes sense to me. Because that also explains, like, I think they have really terrible snouts, again, like pugs. And people are like, oh my god, they're so cute. But obviously someone wants to turn that into a weapon, as you said. So then we get the genetically engineered dragons, which I think are beautiful. Yeah. I think one of the scientists, because there's always one of them that's like, no, I've wanted to be a dragon my entire life.
Oh no.
I legitimately am so attentive to dragon detail. Like, I think they could have had genetic dragons like so long ago, but this one scientist was like, absolutely not until they are perfect.
Yes.
So then we have like these flawless, beautiful dragons, but I think they only come in like flat colors. Like there's a red dragon, a black dragon, a blue eyes white dragon.
Oh. Red Eyes Black Dragon, is that you?
Perhaps. And then obviously once the dragons escape, then we get even more beautiful colors because the dragons are mating or maybe trying to mate. Maybe they can't actually lay eggs. Because you know what? That would be a really good conflict. The ghost dragon is living with this new colony. The ghost dragon is so happy. These dragons die. Like they can't mate. They think that they can. They can't. No eggs are laid. They just die out after maybe a century. And then ghost dragon's alone again.
Can like, I imagine in the facility that these dragons are made, they make them sterile because they don't want like reproduction where it can't be controlled.
Exactly.
That said, this facility probably has X amount of breeders.
Oh, dragon breeders. If you just put the word dragon in front of it, it immediately becomes Helika's favorite thing.
So I feel like these dragon breeders are still at the facility because they're under the like highest surveillance. Like you don't want dragons where you can't control them, right?
Exactly.
So all the sterile ones escaped, and I don't know, maybe Ghost Dragon finds out that there's someone he can mate with.
Oh god. Oh god. Ghost dragon sex. Oh god.
Why does it makes like so much sense in my mind though, because like dragons are these big regal things that are really, really proud of themselves, and like being the only dragon on Earth, it's like, wow, me will not live on.
Oh yeah. Well, it's also like it's that very like Frankenstein's monster, that desire. I am the only one of myself. I need another.
Yeah.
Whether that is in the form of a lover or in the form of a child.
Yeah.
I need something to share my blood.
Yeah.
But also it's a ghost dragon, so how does that work?
Ghost semen.
Oh,
Cut that, please.
cut that, Gavin. Take it out.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I might have to keep that. I'm gonna cry. Aw. Do we? Oh my god. I think we're wandering into some very dangerous territory. I'm so sorry, Gavin. But I do think because I agree. It's a very natural instinct to go, I need to find a mate.
Yeah.
No matter what form I take, I need something out there to know my body as I know it.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna get a dragon sex scene? Like, do we find that mate? Does that work?
God, I don't know. We have to discuss how corporeal this dragon is now.
We do. I feel like it gets more and more corporeal as as its will to live gets stronger. Like, it lives with this colony and it starts building this desire to be seen. A desire it hasn't felt in years. Because I don't think it wants to be seen by humans. It couldn't care less about humans. But something that looks like it, of course, it wants to share a life with.
You know what I want is something like really... How do I say this? Like the dragon becomes more corporeal the more something or another happens. Like, the more he believes in himself or something. The more he believes that he is corporeal, the more corporeal he'll become. But I want him to, ever since he's been dead, he's always been able to fly.
Oh, yeah.
Just because he believes he can fly.
Therefore,
so he can
fly. Yeah.
And I want that to be the cinch. Like, he's really trying to touch something and he can't because he doesn't believe that he can. And then someone's like, but you can because you've always been able to fly.
Right. Ooh. Can I be entirely honest? I don't want our ghost dragon to mate with another dragon.
Okay.
I think it should mate with something else. And
Hold
on. Wait. I know what you're thinking. I know you're thinking Helika. That sounds like we're pandering to an audience that perhaps we're not ready to. I mean, I think it needs some larger entity to tell it, but you can. Therefore, it needs to be an entity that sees the ghost dragon. Because I don't think these genetically engineered dragons or the robo-dragons or humans can see the ghost dragon for the longest time. So I'd like to propose.
I'm scared.
I'd like to, pausing myself because I'm scared.
Oh.
How about we throw some fairies into the mix?
Oh.
What if we talk about the fairy queen?
The fairy queen.
Yes, I'm thinking regal Titania, whatever. Whether or not they do things up to whoever writes this story. But I would like the dragon to find solace in a race that is not close to his.
Gotcha. Are we talking about, like, lover solace? Because I feel like fairy's about yay big and dragon's about yay big.
Oh, fairies are tiny, but I was thinking, like, Titania's the biggest creature ever. Because I always think Titania's, like, the biggest thing.
Okay.
Because everyone draws her with, like, the biggest boobs. So it's like, I just assume. Gavin, you're going to have to cut so many things.
We said something really bad.
Yeah.
Pause the recording.
And we have returned.
Yes. We have thought about things. A lot of things.
I apologize, Mom and Dad, if you're listening.
Oh my god, my little brother. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me be the first to apologize. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. So back to Ghost Dragon.
Ghost dragon sex, yes.
Ghost dragon semen. Ghost dragon everything. Yeah, I feel like we may as well just go all out. Like, we've apologized. You're aware of what's happening. I'm aware of what's happening.
I want to be unaware of what's happening.
So we could also, I mean, it is a ghost dragon. It could shrink, to meek Titania's size.
Yeah.
Just be slightly large. You know what? I don't want to get into it. I don't want to think about ghost sex dynamics.
Okay.
But we have Ghost Dragon. We have Titania. I'm thinking Titania is this very regal creature who, tells the ghost dragon, maybe not in as certain terms, but just, well, the more you believe, the more you'll feel, the more you are real, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
I think
Something like, you look real to me, you just need to believe that you're real.
Yeah. Because you know what? I would kind of very carefully like a love story between them. I think it would be fine. But then we do get into the ghost mechanic. We were talking about this during our break. Do we get ghost baby? I think we don't.
No.
I feel like it's just not possible.
God. I want this ghost dragon to be so frustrated. Not only with, I want them to be really frustrated with not being able to have a child, but before that, I want them to get really frustrated when they can't figure out how to touch their lover.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah.
God, that's so heartbreaking. We could have just done two normal people and said, God, I can't touch my girlfriend. But no, we said dragon and fairy.
Which is oh my god, we could have some really poetic imagery where it's ghost dragon into, because I imagine this has to be very eloquently written, where ghost dragon is I so desperately long to hold you, I long to feel you, and Titania goes, well, every time I hold my own hand, I imagine it's yours, whatever, I imagine you are the one who I feel.
Yeah. Where did the apocalypse go?
Oh, damn. Fuck. Dragons.
Dragon semen. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You've said it 3 times now. Oh, God. Oh, free us from this nightmare. I think that while the ghost dragon is with Titania, I think going back to the breeders, one, obviously the sterile dragons escape. They die out after maybe 50 years or whatever. One of the breeders from that incident has always thought that the dragons shouldn't be flat-colored, like the scientists proposed.
Okay.
And I think this breeder, whoever they might be, is very passionate about, no, I just want dragons to be wherever they want to be. So they start doing some illegal dragon breeding.
Yes.
And obviously, they get some really beautiful, scale patterns. They get so into it. These dragons are the vicious ones.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the dragon apocalypse. And the worst part, these dragons can mate, so they have eggs.
I love, the reasoning for that being, the one scientist who's I want pretty colors, and does it, off the notepad, off the off the records, does it wrong. You're supposed to sterilize them at this point, there are steps and they do it wrong, and so therefore these dragons can breed now.
Oh yeah,
and they hate humanity.
No, so much. I don't know, I don't think this breeder abuses the dragons and that's how they grow this hatred. I think they're just hungry. I think they're ferocious and they long to.
They're hungry.
Well, they're hungry. Obviously they could be hungry in the physical sense and they like to eat humans, but it could also just be they are desperate to leave the breeder's sanctuary and spread out their wings to its full span.
Oh yeah.
And I think the more that these dragons because they're not controlled, they're also constantly laying eggs. It's turmoil. I think the color of their scales gets muddier as it goes down the line, which is just it's a fun little narrative fact. But then, yeah, these dragons are the ones that tear up humanity. And I think as the centuries go by, either the human race goes extinct or it gets real close.
Yeah, I love that. Where does Ghost Dragon does Ghost Dragon stop the apocalypse?
I don't think Ghost Dragon does.
No.
I think that Ghost Dragon spends these centuries while humanity is dying. I think Ghost Dragon is spending this time with Titania, and then one day, after so long of just trying to have this child be more to Titania, I think Ghost Dragon can't take it. I think that is the day where Ghost Dragon wakes up, and maybe Ghost Dragon has spent years getting a little more real. I think they lose it. I think this morning they wake up and they slip through the bed.
Oh.
So they leave. They fly out of Titania's window and they start to roam again. Because maybe Titania also stopped seeing Ghost Dragon.
Oh.
I think that is like the tragedy of it too.
So quick rehash. We have our ghost dragons, been alive, roaming forever, finds these sterile dragons, and it's like, wow, pack dynamics.
Yeah.
Love.
Yes.
I want that.
Mm-hmm.
And he can't find it in that pack. And so he goes and he finds this fairy who can see him, and they fall in together. And then apocalypse happens.
Yes, yeah. Mean
And-
dragons.
And then our ghost dragon is spending centuries with our fairy, something like
Yes.
that.
Mm-hmm.
At least 1 century.
Yeah, living among their people.
And then returns to post-apocalypse.
Yeah, and this world has been ravaged by these dragons.
Yeah.
Like, it's so much. They're disastrous.
A small part of me wants him to be mad about that.
Oh, how destroyed the world. Yeah, because, I think his favorite thing, like, flying around the world before meeting the sterile dragons, I think it was just admiring the world for what it was.
Yeah.
And how he couldn't touch it because it was perfect the way it was.
Yeah. Something like, God, I was never so destructive when I was alive. You don't deserve to be called dragons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I want him to end the apocalypse.
Yeah, now I think Ghost Dragon has to.
Yeah, he's so mad at them.
You know what's interesting? We went from a protagonist who wants to leave a legacy to a ghost dragon that's about to erase the legacy of dragons everywhere.
Yes. Oh God, I need him to fix it. I need him to like find his physicality because he's so mad. Like he
Yeah.
comes face to face with a vicious dragon who's destroying something and he just gets so upset that he tears through them.
Oh, yeah. Poltergeist. Yeah. Like, it's this amazing, yeah. I think it's brutal.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know. I think he just goes around and he kills all of these dragons.
I don't think we even need to like end the narrative on he fixed everything. I would be happy with ending it with just he killed 1 dragon and he's going to do it again.
Yeah. Well, I also, I think we could end it right there. I also like the idea of just, we follow Ghost Dragon, and maybe, obviously, we can't do this with every single mean dragon that's still alive, but I like the idea of Ghost Dragon spending the next century and a half just going through and killing all of these other dragons, all of them. And once this mission is done, I like the idea of Ghost Dragon returning to Titania. If she can see him, she doesn't recognize him. Like, his scales are so tainted with the blood of all he's taken.
Yes.
And I think she tries to fight him.
Oh.
Because, that's another big thing about Titania. She protects her own. So it's like she thinks he's another one of the dragons who have come to ravage her home.
Oh, she would, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn.
And he can't reason with her. And I think he has to kill her, too. Kill her or have her vanquish him.
That's what I was thinking. What if she kills in
Yeah.
quotation marks?
Oh, you know what? What would be interesting too is because this is a ghost dragon, so technically the ghost dragon can't be killed, but if she stabs him through the throat or whatever, and there's just this moment where he realizes, you would have killed me were I actually alive.
Yeah.
And that is the final straw for him. He no longer believes he exists. And that is what kills him. Because that tragedy is so much.
Can that be the last line of the story? I don't exist.
Yeah.
Blank page.
And that's
5
it.
blank pages.
Yeah. Because that is the would-be monologue he would have had gone.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's amazing. What a ride that was.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for that.
We will catch you after this break.
Yes. See you after this break. Bye.
Bye.
And I hope you all enjoyed that first segment as much as I have. And I just wanted to use this little part that I'm so gracious to have. Thank you for all listening to me. Yeah, I wanted to use this part to say, hey, if you like Off the Notepad, if you love Off the Notepad, please share it with your friends, family, loved ones, really anyone. One of the best things that you can do for this podcast is spreading around, word of mouth, on social media, whatever you can do. And thank you for listening. we wouldn't be here without you. And without further ado, I hope you all enjoyed this next segment where we see a Ivy League girl kind of get their comeuppance. And yeah, again, I will see you all in the next episode. Bye!
Hello, welcome back to Off the Notepad. We're so glad to see that you didn't leave, because why would you leave? Why would you leave?
I mean, after the first segment, I would be tempted, but I would never. That silence was there to just make you really consider it. Okay,
It is my turn to give a protagonist.
then it is my turn to give a prompt. What protagonist do you have?
We are going to go with... I hope you have fun editing this.
I didn't even recognize it because I still hear you guys.
That's a whole lot of silence just for you.
What the fuck were you doing?
Staring at you. It was funny. It was great.
So, the protagonist I have for you today is a daddy's money Ivy League college student.
Oh my god, a pretentious rich kid.
Yep.
But Ivy League.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to pick a prompt.
Okay.
We just have to be very careful
Oh no.
not to get into the same territory
Oh,
as
no.
the first. I think we can agree to that. I guess it is our spooky episode. It's a story that takes place in a haunted house.
Oh.
Now, we could stage it during Halloween. I don't think I want to.
Okay.
But I like the idea of this Daddy's Money Ivy League student being tormented in a haunted house that won't let them leave.
Okay. Interesting. Is he alone? Is it a he? Is he alone?
We haven't had a female protagonist in a hot minute. Let's do a
Is she alone?
I mean, I think it depends on the rules of the haunted house. Because I think it's fine if we have, like, you know, a bunch of college kids decide to do, like, a hazing ceremony or absolutely whatever in a haunted house, right? Like, that's fine. But then I feel like we have to kill the rest of the cast off.
Okay.
And I don't think we have to do it, like, throughout the narrative. I kind of want them all to die very upfront.
God, you're like triggering my time loop senses.
I do like the time.
Of and this is a story that already exists of a time loop of a bunch of young teenager young adults going into a haunted mansion, everyone dying, and then it loops again.
Right, I know. That's right, because you mentioned this in an episode a while ago.
Yeah.
Well, I think we can't take the time loop.
Yeah.
But how about we work with the idea of Ivy League student trying to prevent these deaths? Like, let's say everyone in this little college group, except for Daddy Money Ivy League, dies. And one of the spirits, monsters in the house, whatever, is like, well, if you perform this ritual using things around the house, perhaps I can bring them back for you.
Okay. God, I feel like Daddy's Money is, like, so incompetent, though.
Oh, she's terrible. And I don't think she cares.
About the other students?
Yeah, I feel like she doesn't believe that they're dead. I think she thinks
Yeah.
that they're pranking her.
I was kind of thinking that, too. Like, this is the kind of girl that I imagine to literally use that exact word, like, oh, I'll call Daddy. He'll make something happen.
Yeah. It's like, Daddy's going to hear about this. Like, very, like,
Oh, yeah.
let me out of this house or else.
Yeah.
And I don't think she knows this, like, college group very well. I think she doesn't have any friends. Like, I think she's so annoying that people tend to ignore her. So she got invited on this trip by, like, the nicest girl on campus.
It could be like an organization trip of, like, just come show up. We'll have fun.
Yes, perhaps like a literary magazine trip.
Oh. Are we taking a trip?
An office company. I don't know. It's foreboding on air. I've been meaning to ask you.
Oh,
Would you like to come to my haunted house?
I would
I'm
love
inviting
to.
this pretentious girl that I don't know very well. It's so bad. No, yeah, Daddy's money, she's not close with these people. She thinks they're playing a prank on her. And I think this ritual is like complicated and gross.
Mm-hmm.
Like she has to go through like the different rooms tormented by a different spirit in every one.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just love the image of she walks into a room and it's like it's a full-on morgue setup and there's like a dead pig on the table.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just like a plaque in front of it that says like eat the heart.
Oh.
It's like really gross.
Oh, God. So, I see two things going on here. First is where she gets really fucking mad because she's like, they're playing this prank on me. How fucking dare they?
Mm-hmm. Who do they think I am?
Yeah. They're like, why would you do this to me? I'm an angel.
Mm-hmm. I'm perfect. I think it's a pride thing. She goes, they're trying to see me unhinged.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely not. Daddy did not raise me like that.
And the second thing escapes my mind.
No.
More silence for you?
Why am I being stared at?
We're just being terrible people this episode.
Also, I can hear that from your headphones.
What did you just hear?
I can't hear the words. I can
Drop
just
some
hear.
poggers in the Twitch chat.
Of course I did. Of course I heard that.
Good. Anyways, I mean the second thing it'll come to you.
Yeah.
But it's a pride thing.
Yeah.
It's a pride thing for sure.
We gotta, like, there has to be a turning point that makes her believe, like, oh God, they're dead.
Yeah, I think it's like a couple of like, I imagine this is like a massive haunted mansion because I love those. And as she's going room by room, I like the idea of her losing pieces of her outfit and therefore like losing pieces of her sanity.
Oh.
And like 3 or 4 rooms in, like her hair is a mess. There's blood on everything she owns. It hits her. She goes, oh my God, this is real. And maybe she sees something in that room where it's like, maybe the ghosts have like a little play, like a performance for her.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to say like, you have to sit through it.
Oh.
And it's some disgusting like torture scene.
I kind of want them to do like a puppet show.
Oh, I like maybe it's a puppet show and they're threatening her life. Like they're making her terrified. They're like, once upon a time there was a little girl and like they talk through her life and how close she is with her father. And then either they start talking about the ways that they want to torture her, like pulling parts of her out, whatever. Mm-hmm. Or they talk about like how her father really feels in like air quotes.
God, this has become like, psychological torture and I love it.
But Daddy hated the little girl. So on and so forth. Like I love that line.
This should not be giving me chills.
Puppet show. But yeah, and like I think she can't handle this room. Like obviously her psyche is broken. Mm-hmm. And there's no way that these college kids knew this much information about her. Mm-hmm. So she starts freaking out. It hits her and she tries to leave, but she's like shackled to the chair or something. It's like, ooh, it's gross.
I almost want her completing the trials to be motivated not by the fact that she wants to revive all these strangers, but just because she wants to get the fuck out of there.
Oh, yeah. I think that's what it is, like, from the start. I couldn't care less about them because I know it's a prank. Mm-hmm. But I think as she keeps going, she starts to get this sense that, like, it doesn't matter if she completes these trials. She's not leaving. Mm-hmm. So then she just starts doing them out of, like, willing her body to move, you know?
A small part of me wants, like, part of the trials to include, like, learning more about all these students. And so they get, like, humanized in her mind. And she starts to, like, connect for them and care for them. And then she finishes the last trial and they say, okay, now decide, you or them.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That'd be so good. Because what does she even choose in that last moment?
Yeah.
Because she's also been, I think she's been tormented. She's been tortured. I feel like one of the rooms makes her like sit through her own kind of visceral dissection.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's gross. It's icky. Because I love this scene where she stumbles into the foyer and she is like met with the head ghost or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the head ghost is like cheery and it's just like, well, you've done it. You're here. And she just has like this look of such death on her face. She's so tired. And just being presented with that, it's you or them.
Oh.
What do you do?
Oh my god.
Because like on one hand, in a sense, you've started fighting for their lives.
Oh yeah.
But on the other, you're so tired.
Yeah.
You can't stand another minute in this house.
Oh god. That's so hard.
You know what? I think she could choose herself. Like she just goes, I can't. She has like a screaming breakdown. And the head ghost like makes her sit by as it like disposes of their spirits or whatever and like kills them off one by one. And then it opens the door for her. And as she steps out, it's like she's, I don't know, I feel like it'd be interesting if she steps out and all of a sudden she's side by side with the rest of the group. Because then I wonder, in one instance you could have them like remember the whole thing. On the other, they could be getting ready to go inside. Like, fully just, yeah.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry. Oh, fuck.
Because then it comes down to, well, you could play it off where it's like, you know, she turns around and they're like, are you ready to go in now? Like, you look a little sick there.
Oh, God. That would be the worst ending in the world.
Yeah.
You just end it there.
Yeah, just...
I would throw that book out a window.
So much. It's just like top 10 ways to absolutely destroy the daddy's money college student. Just wreck her.
Oh my god. Oh. You ready to go? You ready to go inside? Come on. It's gonna be fun.
Like, deep breaths. So glad you made it.
She gotta have a breakdown there. Assuming we don't end there. She has a breakdown.
Oh, yeah, it's a screaming fit. Yeah, but I do think that's probably like the best and the worst ending.
Yep. Well, thank you for listening to that. Just that.
Thanks for being here. If you have any rewrites, any prompts you want us to try out, shoot an email to offthenotepad@gmail.com or check us out on Instagram. It's the same name. I mean, you're already following us, so you know.
Yeah, you know that we have updates and we put out down prompts and we read every comment that comes through.
We memorize them. We've actually started making Gavin tattoo them to himself. Anyways, thanks so much for being here. We'll catch you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.